Have you ever felt like your entire day was ruined by something someone said or did? Maybe it was a rude comment from a stranger on the street, a thoughtless gesture from a coworker, or even something as small as spilling coffee on your shirt right before a meeting. It's frustrating, isn't it? That feeling is like a dark cloud, overshadowing even the bright moments you're trying to enjoy. But pause for a second and ask yourself, why do those things have so much power to throw us off balance? The truth is, no one has the power to control your emotions unless you hand it over to them. Just imagine this. What if you could walk through today with such a strong sense of peace that nothing, not even the most annoying situation, could shake you? It's not about becoming numb or ignoring everything. It's about learning to steady your mind against life's unexpected gusts. And no, it's not some far-fetched dream. It's the art of mastering your emotions, a skill anyone can develop if they choose to. We'll explore 10 Stoic principles from Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor of ancient Rome, who lived through war, plague, and all sorts of trials, yet maintained an astonishing sense of calm. These principles will help you stop reacting impulsively, let go of anger, and reclaim control over your emotions. This isn't about suppressing your feelings or pretending you don't care. It's about building the mental strength to face life's challenges with calm, clarity, and confidence. Whether you're dealing with harsh criticism from your boss, navigating tense relationships, or simply trying to break free from the quiet resentment gnawing at your soul, these principles will be practical tools to safeguard your peace. By the end of this journey, you'll have the mindset and strategies to stay composed, even in the toughest situations. If you're ready to uncover the secret to emotional freedom, where no one can dictate your mood, then let's get started. Your journey to mastering your emotions begins right now. Principle 1. You have control over your mind, not external events. Imagine you're having a peaceful day, maybe sipping your morning coffee in a familiar cafe corner or strolling through a park under gentle sunlight. Then, out of nowhere, a stranger cuts you off on the road and tosses out a harsh remark. Your peace vanishes in an instant, replaced by anger or frustration. You think, why did they have to ruin my day? But the truth is, they didn't. You let it happen. Marcus Aurelius once said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The world can throw all sorts of challenges your way, from cruel words to unexpected events to thoughtless actions, but only you decide how to respond. Think of it like wearing noise-cancelling headphones in a bustling city. The honking cars and chattering voices are still there, but they don't get to you. When someone cuts you off in traffic or unfairly criticizes your work, don't rush to blame them. Instead, pause for a moment. In that space, you have the power to choose calm over chaos, strength over impulse. Here's an example. You're in a meeting, and a co-worker dismisses an idea you worked hard to prepare. Instead of snapping or silently stewing all day, take a deep breath and ask yourself, is this worth losing my cool over? Is this about me or their mood? When you master your response, everything, from a stranger's harsh words to minor inconveniences, loses its power to shake you. Try this. The next time you feel triggered, pause, name your emotion, anger, hurt, frustration, and then ask, How do I want to respond to keep my peace? When you choose a reaction based on your values, you don't just control your emotions, you find true freedom. Principle 2. Accept that you can't control everything. Think about it. How many times have you felt frustrated because someone didn't do what you wanted? A friend doesn't show up when you need them most. Or a co-worker forgets a deadline you've reminded them about a dozen times. You think to yourself, why don't they just do it the way I would? How can they be so irresponsible? But here's the harsh truth Marcus Aurelius pointed out. Accept that you can't control everything and focus on what you can change. Everyone walks their path, shaped by their experiences, beliefs, and priorities. When someone annoys you, it's often not your problem. It's a reflection of them, maybe their stress, ignorance, or just how they see the world. For instance, if a co-worker constantly interrupts during meetings, you could spend all day fuming and trying to change them. But that'll just wear you out. Instead, accept that's who they are and decide how you'll respond. Maybe staying quiet or gently steering the conversation back. True freedom comes from letting go of the desire to control what's out of your reach. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, once said, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not." Try this. The next time someone irritates you, pause and ask, can I change their behavior? If the answer's no, shift your focus inward. How will I respond to stay calm? When you accept your limits, you stop getting swept up in pointless negative emotions. That's the first step toward a lighter, freer life. Principle 3. Mentally prepare for the day's difficulties. Have you ever started your day hoping everything would go smoothly, only to feel let down when trouble hits? Maybe it's a prickly email from your boss, an unexpected call throwing off your plans, or just rain pouring down the moment you realize you forgot an umbrella. Marcus Aurelius had a smart way to handle this. Begin each day by telling yourself, today I'll face interference, ingratitude, malice, all due to the ignorance of others. It might sound pessimistic, but it's a wise mental preparation. He didn't say this to feel gloomy. It's about gearing up for life's reality. Picture heading to work after telling yourself, today will have its challenges, a grumpy client, a disrespectful co-worker, or something unexpected. When it happens, you're not caught off guard or rattled. Instead of snapping when someone says something harsh, you can smile and think, I saw this coming. Here's an example. You're on your way to an important meeting and hit traffic. If you're unprepared, you might get irritated and let it ruin your whole day. But if you've already reminded yourself that challenges are normal, you'll stay calmer. Maybe turn on a favorite song and use the time to unwind. Try this each morning. Take a minute to tell yourself that today will bring obstacles and you'll choose to respond with calm. When you set your mind like that, nothing can catch you off guard or steal your peace. Principle 4. Don't judge everything you see. We live in a world overflowing with information, social media, news, and opinions from everyone around us. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the pressure to have an opinion about everything? A rude stranger on the street, a controversial post on Facebook, or a co-worker behaving oddly at the office? Marcus Aurelius advises, you don't have to judge everything you see. Let your mind be at peace. When someone does something annoying, our natural reaction is to label them, how disrespectful, or they're so selfish. But that only further disturbs your mind. Consider this. If someone cuts you off on the road, you don't have to immediately think poorly of them. Maybe they're in a hurry for a valid reason, or maybe not. Either way, judging them doesn't change the situation. It only upsets you. Instead, let their actions pass like a gentle breeze. You notice it, but you don't let it disturb your inner peace. For example, if a co-worker shows up late to a meeting and doesn't apologize, instead of thinking, "They're so irresponsible," just observe, "They're late." Don't layer emotions or stories on top of it. Try this. The next time you encounter an irritating situation, pause and remind yourself, "I don't need to judge this." By keeping your mind neutral, you avoid unnecessary emotional storms, and your peace of mind remains intact. Principle 5. Be kind to others, even when they are wrong. When someone hurts you, the natural reaction is to feel angry or want to retaliate. Maybe a friend forgets your birthday, or a co-worker criticizes you in front of others. But Marcus Aurelius offers a different perspective. Be kind to others, even when they are wrong, for they are your fellow human beings. He believed that malice or mistakes often stem from ignorance, not inherent evil. Imagine you're in a heated argument and the other person says something hurtful. Instead of responding with anger, you could pause and think, maybe they didn't mean it, or they're having a bad day. Being kind doesn't just help you maintain harmony with others, it also protects your peace of mind. For example, if a friend forgets a promise, instead of getting angry, you could gently say, "I understand you're busy, but please let me know next time." This doesn't mean you let others take advantage of you. It means you choose to respond with compassion rather than resentment. Try this. The next time someone disappoints you, ask yourself, "Can I find it in me to understand them?" And opt for a kind action instead of letting negative emotions take the lead. When you do this, you not only maintain your calm, but also spread positive energy, something the world desperately needs. Principle 6. Don't let negative emotions harm you. Have you ever let a criticism or argument ruin your entire day? Maybe it was a mean comment from your boss, or a small spat with a loved one. Marcus Aurelius warns, don't let negative emotions harm you. They only have power if you allow it. Imagine you just presented an idea in a meeting, and a co-worker sharply criticizes it. This isn't feasible at all. Instead of letting their words make you feel insecure or angry, pause and remind yourself, their words don't define my worth. When you don't let negative emotions take over, you preserve your inner freedom. As Epictetus once said, it's not the events that disturb you, but your perception of them. For example, you're stuck in a tense argument with a friend. Instead of letting frustration linger, ask yourself, do I need to carry this feeling with me all day? Try this. When you feel hurt or angry, pause, take a deep breath, and remind yourself, I control this feeling, not them. By refusing to let negative emotions take charge, you not only protect your peace of mind, but also create space for clarity and tranquility. Principle 7. Focus on the present. How many times have you let your mind wander to the past, like a time you were treated poorly, or worry about the future? Maybe a harsh word from last week, or the fear of being criticized in an upcoming meeting. Marcus Aurelius advises, focus on the present. The past and future only distract you. Consider this. If you're angry about something that happened yesterday, like a co-worker forgetting to thank you, you're letting the past steal your peace today. Similarly, worrying about something that hasn't happened yet only adds stress. The truth is, you only have power in the present moment. For example, you're walking and someone says something upsetting. Instead of letting your mind spiral into negative thoughts, bring yourself back to the now, breathe, feel the air, and ask yourself, what can I do right now? When you live in the present, negative emotions lose their grip. Try this. Whenever your mind wanders to the past or future, focus on your breath for 10 seconds. Look around, listen to the sounds, and remind yourself, the present is where I have control. When you do this, you'll find life feels lighter and emotional burdens gradually fade away. Principle 8. View things objectively. When someone makes you angry, have you ever noticed how you tend to exaggerate the situation in your mind? A thoughtless comment from a co-worker can turn into, "They don't respect me." Marcus Aurelius says, view things objectively. Don't let emotions cloud your judgment. Imagine you're in a meeting and someone says, "This idea isn't great." Instead of jumping to, "They hate me," or "I've failed," see the situation for what it is. They're just commenting. When you stay objective, you avoid getting sucked into an emotional spiral. For example, if a friend forgets to call you back, don't rush to conclude they don't care. Think, they might be busy, and that has nothing to do with my worth. Staying objective helps you remain calm and clear-headed. Try this. The next time you feel triggered, pause and ask yourself, what's the truth here? Am I adding unnecessary assumptions? When you strip away emotional overreactions, things won't seem as scary as you thought. That's the way to live a life with less drama and more peace. Principle 9. Act based on reason, not emotion. Have you ever, in a moment of anger, said or done something you later regretted? A harsh word to a loved one, or a hasty message sent in a fit of frustration? Marcus Aurelius advises, act based on reason, not emotion. Reason is your guiding compass. Imagine you're arguing with a friend and they say something upsetting. The natural reaction is to snap back immediately, but that usually just makes things worse. Instead, pause, take a breath, and think, how do I want to handle this? For example, when provoked in a meeting rather than arguing right away, you could say, I'll consider your perspective and stay calm. Reason helps you maintain control even when emotions are running high. Try this. The next time you feel angry, take 5 deep breaths and ask yourself, what action will serve me best right now? Acting on emotion or reason? When you choose reason, you not only avoid regret, but also build a stronger version of yourself. Principle 10. Seek peace within yourself. Ultimately, Marcus Aurelius reminds us, peace does not come from outside, it resides within you. Seek it in your mind. No one, not friends, family, nor circumstances can bring you calm unless you cultivate it yourself. Imagine a chaotic day, deadlines piling up, arguments with colleagues, pressure from all sides. Amidst it all, you can still find a quiet corner in your mind to rest. That's where you regain your strength. For example, when the world is spinning out of control, sit down, close your eyes, and take a deep breath. Tell yourself, peace is mine. No one can take it away. Try this. Every day spend 5 minutes sitting quietly, focusing on your breath, and reminding yourself that peace doesn't depend on others or circumstances. It's within you. When you master this, you'll find that no matter what life throws at you, you can stand firm, calm, and free. And there you have it. 10 Stoic principles from Marcus Aurelius to master your emotions and live calmly, no matter what life throws at you. We've walked this journey together, from controlling your reactions, accepting what can't be changed, preparing for challenges, to finding peace within. These aren't just ideas. They're tools you can use daily to safeguard your peace, build resilience, and live a life unshaken by external storms. Remember, the goal isn't to suppress emotions or become numb. It's to respond to life with clarity, strength, and kindness. Emotional freedom isn't something you find once and keep forever. It's a practice, day by day, moment by moment. The power to stay calm, focused, and free lies entirely in your hands. As you move forward, carry these principles with you. Pause before reacting. Focus on the present and let go of what's not worth holding on to. Each time you choose peace over anger, you step closer to the strongest version of yourself. If you find value in this journey, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who could use a bit of peace in their life. Maybe a friend stressed about work, or a family member wrestling with their own emotions. And if you have your own tips or experiences about staying calm, drop a note. I'd love to hear your story. Thank you for letting me join you on this journey. Keep showing up for yourself, living mindfully, and growing stronger every day. Peace isn't a destination, it's the path you walk step by step. See you next time. Stay calm and true to yourself.